Oh, today's message is about prayer. So I've been sitting in council and really just speaking with my ancestors, speaking with God's source, speaking with all the ascended um, light beings, those who bring wisdom, who are connected to love. And so, I keep asking, what is it that we as humans can do? What can we do right now? How can we make a difference? Besides sharing the truth, right? Um, and it always comes back to prayer. It always comes back to all of us collectively praying together. And something that is seems to be so simple is so powerful, and yet not done enough. And so today's message from the Creator, from Spirit, and one of my latest guides now is Kim Clement. I often counsel with Kim because if you've watched my past messages, I connected with him last year where he started bringing messages and I didn't even know who he was. But when he was, alive, he was a prophet. And I began to get messages that he brought way back, a few years back, about current events that are happening now. And one day I randomly came across his video. And ever since then, it just there's a connection I have with him and with the current situation of what's happening now. And so last night he came to me, um, and and pretty much told me that it is very important that we collectively come into prayer again. And I know last year that was my thing. All year I kept pushing the prayer, and I know many of you did come together in prayer with me. And I feel it made a huge, huge impact and difference in dismantling and really bringing up stuff. And this is why it's all brought up now to the surface. I really believe in my heart that it's because of our collective effort and the prayers that we really put out there. But what I'm being told is that a lot of people, including myself, kind of let off and haven't been praying as we should. And so it's time to come back into doing that collective prayer because it is moving energy. It is really connecting us to God's source. And so when we're praying, we are in our faith, we are in trusting of God, and that He is in control, and that He is managing and seeing and changing things that are currently happening. So I ask everybody to once again start lighting your candles, really go into your heart space and go into that deep prayer of knowing and trusting that our prayers are being heard, because they are. And this is what I was told. They're hearing us, and a lot of us are not doing it anymore. They're watching us. And so when we're complacent, then we're basically stuck in that fear energy of what's going on. We're no longer in our God source space of knowing and trusting that God is working with us and for us. So we have to go back into that knowing and trusting that everything is in God's timing, but also we have our part to do in it on earth. She can only do so much from, spirit realm. And yes, the, you know, the love is greater, and the strength and the good prevails. But I'm gonna be honest. The evil is at full force, and it's out. It's out in the open. And so, as I've been saying, when it's out in the open, it's gonna uh, cause damage as much as possible before it gets dismantled or completely cleared out. And so right now it's causing so much destruction, so much chaos, so much pain, so much agony, so much everything that it can possibly cause before it gets cleared out. And that's where our prayers come in. We have to come back to collectively prayer so that we can dismantle and clear this evil that is running loose and rampant, so that we can collectively minimize the destruction that is trying to create and cause amongst each other, but also on Mother Earth, on planet. And the wars that are going on right now, it is time for us to come into prayer and really protect the people that need the protection. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. When someone's being bullied, when someone's being attacked, when someone's being hurt, we all are being affected. We all are being affected. So it's time to start praying for those who cannot defend themselves, the children, Israel. And I hear this loudly right now. Israel needs our prayers, whether we understand it or not. It doesn't matter what side we're on. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, that God is telling me, Kim is telling me, there are no sides. We're all being affected. So stop separating. Stop separating yourself from, oh, this place, that place, that. No, humanity is one. Humanity is one. The evil people have put it in the human's head that there's separation, and there isn't. So please pray for Israel, pray for their safety, pray for their protection, pray for all that are being affected in that war on both sides. Because again, we're not choosing sides, we're just praying for the good of all, for the protection of earth and humanity. So the children, the police officers, yes, the police officers, they need our protection because they have been bashed. They have been bashed so hard that they're afraid to do their job, the good ones. And there's, before anybody starts saying, oh, but they do this and that, no, that's what you've been told. So God's saying, erase that from your heart. Erase that from your thoughts, because that's not true. The evil has infiltrated everything and everywhere, including people's minds, including people's hearts. And so there's confusion on good and evil. And so what is good, people are being told to think that it's bad. And what is bad, people are being told to think that it is good. And so you need to go back deep into your heart and connect to God's source and really feel into what is good, what is bad. Because the bad is what's making you feel afraid, making you feel lost, confused, making you feel that you cannot trust those that you are meant to trust, meant to go to. Because see, when we can't trust the people that are protecting us, then we have no protection. And that's what they were trying to do. And that's what they have been really, really focused in on the people to really go against each other. No more, no more. God says no more. It's time to come together. Time to come together in prayer and humanity and love. Okay? The message has always been in love. And where are we at now? There's so much fear, hate, destruction. People fighting against each other. They don't even know why. And so please, those who you are told to fear and to hate, those are the ones that you have to love, have to pray over, because they are being thrown stones at for things that they don't even know they've done wrong. And you have to really understand and listen to this message deeply, because once we start not listening to things that we're told to believe, things will start shifting into our favor. Just like everything else we've been told, wear this, when really it's been harming our health. You have to really start thinking outside the box and realizing that everything that they've been telling you to do is to cause harm. And I'm talking about the evil, okay? Not everyone in general. And that's why discernment comes in. That's why trusting your intuition is very important. That's why knowing that God is protecting us is super important. So go back into knowing that your prayer has so much power. Not power in what we've been told that power is supposed to be bad. Power is not bad. How it's used, it's what's not good. Power is beautiful when you know that your power is shedding love, when it's sharing compassion. That's beautiful. That's the power we need right now. So please go back into your power, into your strength, and your God source, and share that from the center of who you are, because the center, again, is connected to God's source. So please, if you are a light worker, you are needed. You're called to action right now. And I ask that you come together in this very important prayer, and it is time to go back into doing energy work to dismantle this. So I'm asking people that are seasoned in doing this work to message me. I'm being instructed to come together in a group to do some work, and I've been doing it with another soul sister of mine since all this began. But really, we need more of us. We need more of us to come together and do this in a more thoughtful and conscious manner of really, I guess, really planning. I don't want to say planning, because I'm being told I already know what it's supposed to be like, but I say planning for the sake of those who feel called to join us, that there is, some, I don't even understand how to say it. When I go back into my physical body, my words don't come out because I'm trying to explain. But basically, we need come together and work together to dismantle this. And so, the more light workers that come together, it's better. It's better for all of us, because for one person, it's too much. And it becomes depleting in our energy, and we really need to lean on each other and to support each other in these times. So if you are seasoned in doing this work, energy work, I'm asking that you get a hold of me, because we need to come together and do this dismantling work. You can DM me or send me an email. So I, again, just, hang in there. It is important that you continue to speak up and stand up for those who cannot, or for those who are being wrongfully accused, blamed, shamed, when you know in your heart that it's not correct. So please, every humanity is relying and depending on this, to be done as quickly as possible. And as I said in the previous message, the time is now, and that I keep hearing loudly. The time is now. So what we need to do is very important that we do it now. So again, thank you. I love you guys. Aho.